Now we all know the big artists that escaped the underground like Yeat, King Carson, Rich and Mary. But today we're going to talk about some underground artists that are going to stay underground, for the rest of their lives. But before I start this video, I'm not bashing no underground artists. I'm just saying that their music's not for everybody. But the first person I got, it has to be Che. Now Che's a pretty big artist. People might even consider him being mainstream, which I don't really think so, but he's definitely one of those artists where if you play him on the aux, everyone's looking at you crazy. So it really depends on the audience you're with. I remember this one time I put Che on the speakers, you would thought I got 2 homicides the way people are looking at me. But when you really sit there and listen to Che and grasp what he's saying, it speaks to you.
This bitch acting so picky, what the fuck? Bitch, look at my wrist, it's the sun. Just talk, I am pissy about. If I wanna take pictures just for fun, cause if I miss you, you so lucky. I won't diss you on my son. Niggas want shit on and get pockets. Okay, niggas, you want some, but they don't never got nothing. So that I cannot cuff it.
Yeah, but the next person I got has to be Xavier So Based. Now, when I was talking about Che, I was like, you might get kicked off the aux. Now, if you play Xavier with not the correct audience, you're never touching the aux ever again. Now, I feel like one of the reasons he's not mainstream appeal, because a lot of the stuff he says in his songs are just really questionable, and sometimes you can obviously tell he's just trolling on the mic. And then we go towards his sound, which his sound just sounds totally different from majority of artists. So that combination right there solidifies where he's staying, with his music career. But still, he's a really good artist, one of the legends in the underground.
My brother walking with me. Out in DR and we chillin' in a combo. I'm around fat, we in a combo.
Now the next man I gotta go with Jace. And this is mostly because this guy gets in beefs every fucking day. Managing what this guy says on social media is like training a stray dog. One day he's beefing with Tootsie and the next day he's beefing with Xavier. So I think you guys get what I'm putting down. This will be hell to sign this guy. And it's really unfortunate because he makes some really good music, but I feel like a lot of his drama he gets into overshadows his music. But I'm looking at you, we're making eye contact. Do you think Jace will ever leave the underground?
Simple fact that it be niggas like you blowing up. What happened to Tupac and Eminem? Now we rapping about taking dick in the butt.
Who's rapping about taking dick in the butt?
Now the next person I have here is pluggnb. Now if you're somewhat into the underground scene, you would know that he's been making music for a while, and he has single-handedly made some of the best classics in the underground scene. But I would still say he's underground. I feel like he kind of has that curse of he has mainstream type songs, but he's still underground. And there's definitely some mainstream artists that are inspired and influenced by pluggnb. But it seems to me, and he even says this in a couple of songs, that he doesn't really have an interest in being mainstream and having a lot of people listen to him, which is probably why he's not trying to really push himself out there. But I'm interested to hear y'all opinion of why you think pluggnb is not, as popular as he could be.
You fuck with me, that's a nigga, yeah. I see fake niggas every motherfucking day. Look at my name, yeah, that shit the whole way. I be running money.
Now the next person I have is Isaiah TG. Now from his unique sound and him generally just hitting his fans, he makes some pretty solid music. But let me keep it known, he hates his fans, and he's a bit schizophrenic, and he doesn't really like anyone else in the industry. So I feel like that's what's really holding him back, and the fact that he's on burner saying shit like this. But music wise, it's just amazing.
I pop a school but move like a slug, yeah. Little bit with me a slug, niggas on cycles and winter, the niggas they need to wake up. I say go to a nigga to dust, he go to the nigga to dust.
Now the last person I have is Cash Tommy. I know you haven't heard that name in a while, but apparently he's still making music. I can't even make fun of bro, because Reparations is stuck in my head after all these years. But for those who don't know or was not there during that time, he was making classics back in 2021, back to back. But since 2021, his career has slowly but surely, been disappearing. I had a lot of hopes for Cash Tommy in his career, but he's now still underground after all these years, And currently, I don't even think a comeback is possible. But this video is coming to an end. That's all I really got to say. Also, I really do appreciate some of the people that really come here, and watch these videos and just watch me yap for 5 minutes. But if you watch to the very end, sub, like, and I do promos, paid promos, and buy, and yeah.